Floss Tube. Well, I'm back. I hope you're back too. I know it's a little challenging, my channel, but if it's the first time you're checking in here, you need to know that this is a perfectly reasonable channel all about the expertise of cross stitch. If you're a returning subscriber, wow, you came back for a second serving. Or is this like a 9th or 10th serving? Whatever. I'm glad if you came back. You may notice that I have a roll of toilet paper here. That's for all of you out there who said my light looked like a toilet seat. Well, when I thought about that, it really did look like a toilet seat, you know. And then I thought, hey, why should I take up table space where my Edgar Scissorhands is and my drink and everything? Why should I take up that space with a box of tissue? I can just have this roll of toilet paper here instead of a box of tissues. See? Yes. We're all about efficiency, politeness, and decorum. Welcome to my channel. This will be, I believe, this will officially be my last floss tube until I get back from Stitchville. Did I tell you I was going to Stitchville? I'm going to Stitchville. Oh yes. And this morning I went online and looked at the photographs, and then I told my friend Karen, who's taking us there, bring sleeping bags. I think we're going to be there a long time. I actually went to go get some floss this morning and only bought 3 DMC flosses because I have a list. But the scary part about it is my list is things that I think I want, but I can tell, you know, I'm trying to look in the photograph on their webpage, and I think there might be a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. So I don't know if any of you have been to Stitchville or you dream of Stitchville, but it looks like an awesome place. And so I will be offline for about a week or so while I'm traveling. I'm heading to Buttermilk Basin's Woolstock with the first stop at Stitchville. Did I tell you I'm going to Stitchville? I'm going to Stitchville. I can't wait. I can't wait. With that, it means that G has been trying to give me tutorials on how to film with the camera, offload it to a hard drive so I can have more space on the camera as I'm gone for a week. And then when I get back, I will upload videos, because mainly this time is about spending time with friends. I almost said shopping. No, it's spending time with friends. And so I don't want to constantly be doing social media, although I will be doing a live Facebook feed from Stitchville if they let me while I walk around the shop. And then I'll also do a repeat video if they let me that I'll put on this Floss Tube channel next week. So stay tuned. I usually announce when I'm doing Facebook live feed. I usually announce it 10 minutes before I'm gonna do it, but maybe I'll try to make that a half hour, so if any of you are indisposed, you can say, excuse me, I gotta go watch this live feed. And then we'll enjoy it together. What else? Well, I've just been trying to figure out how to pack. Robin and I and Dale are flying on two separate planes. Robin and I are flying together, and Dale is flying on another airlines because she has points for that airlines. And so I'm trying to figure out what to, and we only want to do carry-on. And we're supposed to bring scissors. Well, you know, lately, as of late, TSA has, some of the TSA agents are practically wanting to date me. You know, I mean, it's pretty intimate searches going on. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to bring my wool scissors, nor will I tolerate them being confiscated. So I'm not sure I've solved that issue yet. But we'll see. We'll see. In the meantime, I'll share some stuff that's been going on around here. I want to show you something old that I did. Older. A Finnish cross stitch that I did a few years ago. And I've got everything spread around here on the floor. And so it's this box. I got this lovely box to display it in, and it holds all our pencils and notepads out in the great room. But it's filled with stuff, but there it is. And I'm sorry to say, I don't know the name of this. I think it might have been a cross-eyed cricket, but I'm not sure. But I absolutely loved it. But what I can tell you is that I purchased the chart, the fabric, and the thread from Acorns and Threads in Portland, and they do still have it on the wall, so they must still have the chart. It's an adorable chart. Just adorable. And if I do say so myself, it's perfection. Because I didn't have the magnifier when I was doing that. So it looks awesome. Absolutely awesome. I have been working away on projects. Let's see. I won't be taking this. I'm only taking one project with me. And I will share that with you in a bit. But this is how far I have gotten on my sal that I'm doing with my friend Marion. It's Raven's Reply by Luminous Fiber Arts, and I just love it. But I am here to tell you, 40 count is challenging for me. I do like the look of it, and but I definitely have to have it in a hoop. Yeah, it's definitely hoop worthy. Hoop worthy. Oh, that reminds me of an old Seinfeld episode on whether a guy was sponge worthy. This puts cross stitch at a whole new level. This project is hoop worthy. Yeah, okay. I know. I'm starting to act out. Oh my God, she's starting to act out. I did get my tree done, my next tree. So there's the next tree is done. So now I'm going to go across the bottom and fill in some more things that go below the trees, and then I'll hit the next tree. So, you know, it's a very slow project because it's so freaking big. Yeah. What do they call that? A BAP. A big ass project. Yeah. Well, I'm a bag. A big ass girl. Okay, okay. Let's clean it up. Let's clean I tell you, sometimes I just crack myself. There's no editing. I don't have G to edit this. I promised him he wouldn't have to edit any more of my stuff. And so, oh man, this is so, it's a bag doing a bap. That kind of sounds like a rap song, doesn't it? No, okay, I'm not going there. Then on my little houses, you remember this project. This is another long-term project. And I am working on the very first house. But I'm putting them all together into one. And so I did a little bit. I'm getting the windows filled in. And do you notice I have this in correctly, at least what the Q-Snap police might say is correct. And get a load of this. You notice anything? My peels. My peels. They absolutely work fantastic on Q-Snaps. I mean, who would have thought? It's so cool. These peels are like worth every cent. So you've got to call Janine at Acorns and Threads and say, I need some peels, because they are awesome. Now, believe it or not, in all this chaos that is my life, I have some finishes. Yes, I do. I have some finishes. Okay. This is my favorite finish. It's my boobies. My boobies. Is that not adorable? Now, the best part of this is this was this frame that I got at Joann's. It wasn't a frame, it was a decor item at Joann's, and it had Happy Halloween in it. And then Robin and I busted out that part and took out the plastic that was supposed to be like glass, and it fits my boobies perfectly. And since there's 4 little beads, and I've never done beading, so I don't know if I did it right, but there's 4 little beads, They're repeat after me. There are 4 beads on my boobies. 4 beads on my boobies. Not these boobies, these boobies. 4 beads. But isn't that adorable? Oh my God. I am so happy with how that turned out. And then I finished off my simplicity. And I think it turned out really nice. I got this little frame from Hobby Lobby. It has a hanger, but it also has this little easel thing. And it came with this, already with the burlap and this little clip at the top. So I just finished that off and clipped it on there. Yeah, I'm feeling kind of smug. And then, for my final finish, I found this box at Hobby Lobby that, it's kind of a deep box that is, it looks like dice, but then I put my peppermint attached to the top of it. And the only thing I did differently than the pattern was I couldn't figure out why one would put a peppermint button on top of all that peppermint cross stitch. So I did a little white star button, and I like it better because the peppermint button was too big, too big. So yeah, that turned out really cute. And then it's in a box where I could put candy or something in. And the way I finished these two items off was that I ironed on a piece of fusible batting to the back of my piece, and then put a poster board on the back of that. Then I flipped it over and I used tacky glue and folded the front to the back and glued it down. And that's simple, easy peasy. So it was fun to have some finishes. It kind of made me feel important. Yeah, important. I had some girlfriends over yesterday for some stitching, and they were a combination of quilters and cross-stitchers and cross-stitcher quilters, or cross-quilters, or quilting crossers. There was a lot going on. And I got some sweet things. I was so surprised. But you have to see this cross stitch that my girlfriend Robin made for me. I just love it. And it has the cutest buttons. Isn't that adorable? Oh, Booville at the Bateses, stitched with lots of love. I just love that. So it's on my front, the table in my entryway. And I also picked out my project that I'm taking with me on the plane. And it is this awesome project called Home of a Needleworker, squared. And I'm going to replace it has ABC, XYZ. I'm going to replace that with my initials and G's initials. Even though he's not a needleworker, he supports a needleworker. And I'm putting it in this project bag that my friend Anne made for me. Is that not adorable? Because look, it's campers. Campers. Perfect for a stitch roadie. Yeah, so that project is going with me. And I will be doing it on the plane, although I'm kind of wondering how awake I'll be. I actually have to be at the airport by 4 a.m. You know, I have to give them time to search me. Yeah, they're going to want to search me. But 4 a.m., so I don't know how alert I'm going to be to stitch. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I have been adding to my floss tube list. And, you know, there's the regulars that I watch, you know, and it's mainly, I just feel like you know, I've met them a couple times personally, or once. It was a one-time meeting, and yet I feel so connected. And so I look for their floss tubes, you know, when they come out. And Stitch Goes My Heart, she is such a kind, sweet person. And then there's Stitchy Witch 42, which is, she's kind of like me. So maybe not as on the sweet side, but definitely entertaining. So I've been watching both of them because they had new tubes out, and then stitching between the lines. Oh, I mean, stitching between the lines, you almost couldn't concentrate on what she was saying, because the quilt she has hanging behind her is fantastic. And so you know, she like hits both my buttons. Yeah. We're kind of related, I think. But that quilt behind her, you have to go watch her latest Floss Tube, because the quilt behind her is really extraordinary. It's so wonderful. So I'll be checking back in with her. I don't get, though, this is the thing, I don't get what that 24-hour cross stitch is. There's so much that I don't know about the cross stitch world. Like, does someone actually stay up 24 hours? There's no way. There's no way I could cross stitch for 24 hours. So what are they doing for 24 hours? They're certainly not videoing themselves for 24 hours. So what is, if anybody knows what the 24-hour of cross stitch is, somebody help me. Here's another hole in my education. Yeah. And then I stumbled on Amy Loves Toads. You know, that sounds like a children's book. Amy Loves Toads. And I used to collect all things frogs and toads. So I went to see what she was about, and under the about thing is Amy Loves Toads. Okay, I'm hooked. Now I'm going to be staying here a while. But the stalking in her latest, not like I was stalking her, okay, but in the latest Floss Tube that she did, she's working on a Christmas stocking with a lighthouse, and then there's a basket with quilts. It is absolutely stunning, and it makes me want to do Christmas stockings. You know, Christmas stockings, they look so hard. So I don't know, but you have to go look at that Christmas stocking. It is absolutely gorgeous. You know, the workmanship, and you know, and she's got this whole part that she has to do, and she says she's gonna she wants to at least finish the stitching part of it by the end of the year. There is no way I could do that. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. But go check her out. Amy Loves Toads. And then I have to tell you, I was watching Amy Loves Toads, and G walks by, and he says, "Do you learn how to do new things when you watch those Floss Tubes?" And in a moment of clarity and lack of filtering my thoughts from coming out my mouth, I looked at him and I said, "No, actually, I just learned where to go buy stuff." That's what happens. Floss Tube helps me go buy stuff. Oh my gosh, this is like an amazing world. It's so exciting, and it makes me happy. So, well, the news is that we're supposed to get snow. I mean, a dusting. It's always, this time of year it's always a dusting, but actually down here, not on the mountain, all the way down here. So that means it's really starting. Yeah, it's really starting, which means come Monday morning, it may take us longer to take off because they'll have to de-ice the plane. That's life in the mountains. So it sure is beautiful out there, though. I wish you could see it. It's really pretty. The seasons are changing, and that means more cross-stitching. Did I tell you I'm going to Stitchville? I am. I'm going to Stitchville. Me. Moi. Wish I could take you with me. Thank you. Thank you for, if you've come back, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. If this is the first time, don't run. Stay a while. Yeah, it'll be good for you. Not for your pocketbook, but for you as a person. Talk to you later. Bye.